Do I start every third video by saying that I don't have an intro and I just want to get on with my day, which usually involves food? Yes. Do I have an intro to this video? No. Do I just want to get it filmed so that I can go make chicken soup with the chickens I roasted this afternoon while working? Yes. Hi everyone, Rosie here. Welcome back to my channel. This is another tag that has been pre-filmed by over a month, so, you know, any weirdness that comes up, that's probably why. It is the How Do You Find Time to Read tag, originally by Working Man Reads. I don't think I've ever been tagged in this, I just want to do it, so I'm going to. I don't know, does it need any further explanation? I don't think so. Question 1, what is your favorite place to read? Favorite place to read that I read frequently is probably my bed. I really like lying on my side in bed with my e-reader and the blanket tucked all the way up with just like the little tip of my hands poking out of the blanket to hold my e-reader. That is like my prime place to read, and I love that. Another place I love to read but that I don't get to read very often is on a train. I love reading on trains or planes or buses, but I don't know. Trains are just the superior form of transport in my view, and they are such a lovely place to read. Even though so many of them have like Wi-Fi now or you get cell service all along the route, for some reason there's just something so lovely about sitting back with a book, looking up, watching the countryside go by. I love reading on trains. Question 2, do you read every day? Yes. There's maybe a handful of days in the last several years that I didn't read anything. Sometimes that is just literally 2 pages before I fall asleep at night. I've come to the point where I have trained my brain that if I don't have something to read, I find it very hard to go to sleep. I lie down in bed and I lie there and I go, what do I do? How do I go from awake to sleep without reading? I don't understand how this works anymore. So I do read every day. As I said, sometimes not much. Usually, I want to say maybe, I'd say my standard for a work day is 20 to 100 pages, and it's very variable based on what's going on. Question 3, do you read out loud to any family members? Not regularly. Over the holidays, my partner and I had a go at reading a short ghost story aloud to each other, and that was really fun, but also it's really hard work. Why is it that I can sit down, turn the camera on, and talk for half an hour straight with no issues? But when I sit down to try and read out loud, I read a paragraph and I'm like, I can't breathe. You need to take over. This is too hard. I don't get it. Question 4, your favorite career for a main character to have? Give an example of a book that has that job in it. I don't really know. I mean, guess based on the distribution of books that I read, detective, because that would be the most frequent career that I read about, but that's just because I read mystery novels. I didn't think about an example in advance. I don't know. Carrie Greenwood's Franny Fisher? Is it a cop-out? Yes. Do I care at this point? No. Question 5. Do you read at work? Audiobook or other? Not really. My work is mostly pretty thinky. There have been times in my life that I read a lot at work. When I was on my gap year, I worked on a free-range egg farm for 6 months and spent 4 to 6 hours a day standing with a conveyor belt of eggs moving towards me as I picked eggs up and put them in trays. While I was working there, I listened to so many audiobooks. Seriously, so many. But now my work is mostly like solving problems, figuring out how to do things, reading, processing information, writing, that type of work, which for me, I can't read while I do that. I can't listen to an audiobook while I do that. Either I'm focusing on my work or I'm focusing on the story. I can't do both. And when I do occasionally have something more mindless to do, today I was working on updating a whole bunch of graphs in a quarterly release that my team puts together. And so I'm just going through and being like, right, go to this site, get the data, put it in the sheet, drag and drop, do the calculation, update. Okay, do that like 30 times. When I'm doing that, I might watch YouTube videos, but I don't like to read even when I'm doing something mindless because it's too easy to miss things. And either I'm reading nonfiction and I want to get the information, or I'm listening to a novel, in which case I don't want to miss things that might be important to the story. So I prefer to put on something like a Booktube video where I hope you won't be hurt if I say that if I miss what you say for a minute, doesn't really affect anything. And finally, question 6, tell me what book you are going to read today. Also tag someone to do the tag. As I said, this is crazy pre-filming, so you can go watch my January wrap-up if you want to know how I feel about these books. But I'm currently reading The Wife's Tale by Aida Edemariam. I'm also reading Equal Rites by Terry Pratchett. I've got like 20 minutes left on the audiobook, so I'm going to finish that while I make dinner. And also Under the Black Flag by David Cordingly. So that's what I'm reading right now, and I'm going to work on all of those today. It says to tag someone, but I feel like so many people have done this tag already. I know not everyone has, so I'm not going to say that. If you would like to do this tag, please consider yourself tagged. I would love to see your answers, but I don't have the energy or the motivation right now to search through and figure out who hasn't done it. Let me know down below. Are you an everyday reader, or are you a sort of, if you feel like it, you do, and if you don't, you don't type person? I would love to know. And if you like this video, please give it a like down below. If you would like to see more of my videos, please hit subscribe, and thank you for watching.